Gate matchup on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20, 10. He will score. Touchdown, Saints. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Ebukam providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's White. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
White looks to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
White's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for second down. From the shotgun, here's White. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11 at the 41. Another tote for Etienne. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hey, Alpha! Hey, Delta!
On third down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's White. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
To throw, White. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And the lead will hold at 10. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKinney. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Hey,
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the ball is knocked out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles. Maybe when you're carrying that football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. The play fake, now White. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. On 1st down, it's White. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. White.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go option to the short side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Saints 24, Jaguars nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at me. Go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. An unfortunate sequence there. Try to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now White with a first down throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. White, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's go. Hey, keep it.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And some room to work. He's got the first down and more. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against. let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, dude.
Here's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now White. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking long for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are pouring it on. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it a little more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
I'm ready.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Pilot, 64, reach.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Hey, lock it.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Lutz is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, Alpha!
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.